All right, I'm back. I promised you guys I'd be back. I am. And of course, I had to come across dogs or family, and I want to intervene that I'm now, me and Chong, we are, anyways, we are starting our campaign because it's terrible what happens to these dogs. I made this last time. I think I put a poster. I don't know if it went through or not. But yeah, you go through YouTube and there's these people that are beating dogs till they're paralyzed. And my question is why? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with people in general that they gotta beat a poor innocent puppy? I don't get it. I mean, I get it that sometimes you're having a bad day, whatever, but what makes you think that this is okay? I don't know. All right, I'm trying to get this high enough. I think I have to have this tilted a little. Okay, here we go. Just so you can see me sketch. And I'm still doing the tarot card readings too. I'm doing both, actually, so I'm doing both of it. So bring on your tarot card things. I got them right here. Bring me on the readings. But yeah, I'm over here and it's just so sad. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do going through there. And this dog they beat him to his paralyzed. I don't know what's wrong with people. I know they're cute little puppies. I just don't understand. They tell me there's bad people out there, but I don't know. I think that has to be the worst person alive that sits there and tortures puppies and stuff. I don't understand. It's like, why? So I don't know. That's where I'm at in the world. But I have the cards here, and I'm gonna start sketching Pooh for my son. I gave my other son for his grandkid, then my other Winnie the Pooh was taking a selfie. So, but yeah, I mean, I got to keep coming on here because of these animals that are being abused. Because it's terrible how how people could just treat innocent life like that, and they people think that this is okay because they can get away with it because it's a dog. I think they take out their aggression because they know if they beat up a human that would, or a little kid, they get in more trouble. So somehow the dogs fall victim. And really, it's not right. I mean, if you get frustrated with your dog or something, I mean, I don't know what kind of person does this, but if you come across these people and they're beating their dog, call the police. Please call the police. But of course, they do this stuff in private because they want to have their happy time beating their dog on their private time until Dogs for Family get there. And I'm just bringing this from a post from Dogs for Family. Go ahead and then if you subscribe to them, they they get the extra money to go save these dogs. But a poor dog is paralyzed, and I just don't understand. If people are going to be this nasty to animals, maybe there just shouldn't be breeders, and we should just try to take care of the ones that are here instead of going to these expensive breeders. And for what? I mean, dogs are dogs. To me, it doesn't matter. It really, really doesn't. Oh my god. Okay, here's the husband. Hello?
Hey, sweetie.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm alright. I'm just streaming.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, can you transfer like $10 to the account?
I thought there was like 40 in there. Let me check.
Is it?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me check
Okay.
while you're on the phone. Let me go check, see what's in there. Well, I talked to Brandon and he found Lorenzo. There's $47 in there.
Oh, okay.
So
I just didn't know if it was any. I didn't know if it was any money in the main account or not.
Yeah.
So, okay.
All right. Well, see you at 6 then.
No, I'm off right now. I ran into an old family friend. I don't know if I ever told you. Teddy, a retired cop in Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually up here today. So he bought me a beer for when I got off work. So I'm just finishing that up and I'll be home.
All right.
I'm off right now.
That's fine, because I'm going to sketch Pooh, do some tarot card readings. I'm on here now, and then I'll be probably done for the day with my streaming for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Well, see you when you get home.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. I'm here. Sometimes I got to answer the phone while I'm streaming. But yeah, it bothers me, and that's one reason I started doing this, because I felt that maybe if I can give enough awareness for these poor dogs, that maybe they won't get beaten as much. I mean, I just feel bad. I mean, this poor dog that Dogs for Family got and rescued, it was that, once they get them and they're paralyzed and beaten, it's some of them. I mean, really, kind of, some of them have to be put down. And the thing is, they were a beautiful puppy at one time, and it's sad. I don't know if it's mental illness, and I know you're not supposed to say anything horrible. I know, but I don't understand why people think this is okay, and I don't understand why they think what if they even think of the repercussions of what they're doing. I don't know. But I'm over here just trying to spread humanity. And this is what I do. And I sketch. And I'm going to be making Winnie the Pooh for my son. For my grandson. And I guess maybe we could talk about mortality. Because mortality when you're in your 20s seems, I don't know, it just seems like like you got your whole life ahead of you. But once you get older like me, and I'm 51, you see how short life really is. Because I only got 20 years, and honestly, 51 years went by so fast. Maybe that's why I'm seeking to make sure what everybody's saying about this other side, even though I died, but just to kind of double check things. Because, I don't know, you just never know with your own mortality and what goes on in the world. Oh, hi, Lashandra. How you doing? Yeah, I always talk about that Dogs for Family post I seen. I'm a big fan of their work. The official ambassador of The mulatto race. Hello. Oh, I didn't know they had an ambassador. I don't know. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm over here trying to blog for humanity. This is what I try to do. This is why I try to do everything I can to help out people that are not beating the hell out of a dog. Because I honestly, it makes me sad because I love dogs. I love all dogs. Yeah, I even love the little tiny dogs. I love them all. And I hate that they have to be with these people that are going to paralyze them and beat them and stuff. I hate it. And I hate that people are traffic it. They just move them like merchandise, women, children, everybody. And I don't understand why this realm would want to do that. I mean, there's other things to do. They could sketch. That's all I'm saying. Oh, well. Thank you for rescuing her. Please, thank you from the bottom of my heart because I. This is why I'm over here. I never really because I have a job and everything, and I just really didn't think about it. But I figured why not? I'm on YouTube, looking at all the sad stuff. Why not try to do something for the good people in the world and everything? But yeah, they don't. I don't understand where people. I don't know, get their logic because it makes me sad that there's people out there doing this. I don't understand. I guess someone told me once that you can't have. There's always going to be bad. But this is pretty damn bad. Puppies and the children and it's like why do they even value their own life? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand all the violent acts people do. I really don't. I don't understand violence. I don't honestly. I think that I don't understand why more peaceful measures can't be done. I mean, we exhausted all of the bad stuff, and it's just a big waste of energy for what? I mean, what are we trying to do? Just produce cold-hearted people in the world? I don't know. To me, it makes me sick that this happens. And I thought after the Holocaust and things like that, we were going to try to be more peaceful. It seems like we're not. It seems like since the Holocaust and all that's over, it's like everybody found a new way to be evil. Let's go kill a puppy. I don't get it. Oh, you had her for 9 months? Yeah, I rescued my Chong when he was 2 months. And I mean, I don't if anybody hurt my dog, I'd be going to jail. That's all I know. That'd be it. And if my dog somehow died because of it all, there'd be problems. This is why I don't put him off leash or anything else. I don't understand. I do the good policemen in the world that are nice. I actually am glad for the ones that are nice and helping out, but it's a hard job. And I hear people tell me that there's good and bad in every profession, but I got this much of poo done so far. And I'll show you guys how to do the pastel too. I just freehand sketch them. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking at spiritual stuff because I've been so upset about all this dominion of darkness that would pretty much get somebody to paralyze and beat a puppy. I mean, some of these dogs look like they've been through war and all they did was be born. I mean, I just don't understand it. We keep making more and more. And then, we say pit bulls are bad. Okay. But what are we doing? We're breeding more pit bulls. And then they're putting pit bulls to sleep. Stop breeding pit bulls. If you don't want pit bulls around, stop breeding them. I mean, what are you going to do? Just to sit there and tell that pit bull it's a bad dog and put that one to sleep and makes another family upset because their family dog got put down? I mean, what kind of people are we? Sometimes I wonder. I really do. And maybe it's just, I don't know, the compassion in me that speaks like this because I just think it's awful, awful what these poor dogs got to go through. And all they want to do is be loved, act like goofballs, and crawl up in the bed with you and get a little food and water and love. That's all they really want. They want to go for the little walks. They just want to be treated with dignity like everybody else. Can you be added? Oh, I don't know how to do all that. If you want to question, the cards are there. I'm not overly popular over here. I'm really not. I blog for humanity, so I know I'm totally free. Just put your question down and I'll answer it. Some of these tarot readers, tarot card readers over here, they're way more. They got more going on than me, and they got a whole channel, and then they'll tell you where. I mean, maybe some of them are free, maybe some of them aren't, but I don't. I don't. I'm not going to charge anybody for a reading. All right, you want to know? Oh, you've been on here before, Swati or Swady. If I mispronounce your name, I'm sorry. All right, you want to know his feelings for you. I could do the energy field on it. That's about all I could do. His true inner feelings, I I could never know what his true inner feelings are because that's just something that is always private and he only knows those, and you truly never know what they are till you die. So even then it's personal because he has to attest for his own sins. These are not my rules, these are the rules of the universe. But I could do an energy feeling a field on this, and that's about all. But yes, and I'm glad that you're a humanitarian, and I hope that if you see a dog in need, you please help them, or a cat. It doesn't matter. Any animal, any human being. It doesn't matter. Just any humanitarian act, I would be happy. Even if you don't subscribe to me, just do a humanitarian act and it'll make me personally happy. Me and Chong. Alright, your feelings on Sagittarius, I think, is on a new moon. And this talks about a new start coming. And a new start is just a new beginning or a new cycle. So, and then you guys are surrounded by a full moon in Aries and a balsamic moon. And a full moon in Aries just talks about conflict, yelling, arguing. He's angry about something. Something's building up inside. And some people bottle up their feelings. I got a feeling it's one of those kind of things where he's bottling up feelings. Oh, and not telling you. Oh, hello, Danny. And then I got a balsamic moon with that too, and this just talks about healing. I think he represents this full moon Aries. He's bottling up stuff and not telling you. And then the balsamic moon just is about healing, and I think that's about you. It is telling you to heal and try to recover from it all. So I don't know. I see this as a 50-50. He's on the board he's on the borderline. He's not sure if he wants to marry you and keep you forever or break you loose. But he's right there thinking about it. That's what I'm getting out of it all. So maybe just start just not even thinking about it so much. Sometimes if you think about something too much, it's not good. And then you overthink it, and then it becomes really worse. The persona. Okay, the persona. I like that one. I never said when we're up here, the live streamers, our name's always the same. What are Amelia's feelings for me, or is it just one sided? Should I hope for a relationship or give up? Oh, you're welcome. I hope it was helpful. I feel bad. I mean, hopefully he gets over his little anger issues, but some people never do. I mean, there's people out there beating dogs, so you never know. I guess stay safe and try to keep yourself safe. That's what I would do. Alright. I'll get you next, Danny. I'm going to get this one because I never seem to go in order. And I'm trying to be better at this here. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of Scorpios in this reading. Alright, persona. This reading on Amelia is in a full moon in Scorpio. And this is talking about releasing negativity. There's a lot of negative energy in this whole situation. A lot of it. And I feel it's just coming from within this person that you're involved with. Definitely. And then you guys are surrounded by a new moon in Scorpio, and this is talking about working through fears. And I'm feeling this is rejection. I'm picking up the fear of rejection for some damn reason. And then full moon in Gemini is surrounding you. And these are full moon in Gemini is always about answers. Geminis are always about knowing the specific answer. So yeah. I feel that this inner self, or the inner self of your partner, has a lot of negativity built up about you. So I think this person might even be stringing you along. And I think it's because this person, I feel like it's a feminine energy for some reason. Some men have feminine energy even. But I mean, there's a lot of fears inside of her. She fears that this person's fearing rejection and everything. But your answers will be coming, but I don't know. I would honestly maybe just tell this person that you need shit or get off the pot. Be like, you need to let me know what's going to go on. So, and if not, I'm moving on. Because you got to be the stronger person or they'll suck all your energy out. They really will. That's what bad energy does. So, that's what I would do. But maybe try to reach out to this person. Be like, if you don't want a relationship and all you're doing is giving me sex, then let's go ahead and be friends with benefits, and I'll look for another relationship. And then end it there. I mean, it might be easier. And they might actually come and let you know the truth. Who knows? Hopefully. Hopefully, you get some truth out of it. But thank you for coming on the stream. And I do appreciate you. I really do. And I'm going to get to Danny's question here. Will Roger and Jasmine end up together? I could do an energy field on Roger and Jasmine. Oh, you're welcome, Persona. And if and thank you for stopping in. And I will do your reading whenever. Now that I'm kind of got more of a workspace, I do try to pop in Monday through Thursday and get as many streams as I can in. So just look for me Monday through Thursday more. Okay. And then I'll answer as many questions you want. I don't even care. All right, let me do Danny's now. Energy check it. I like that. I'm calling it energy. I've been listening to a lot of live streamers over here about all this business with religion and stuff, and I don't know. It all comes down to energy. This is why I say energy. Okay. All right, their energy field is in a mutable moon. That means it's not really going one way or another. They're kind of in an impasse. So, and then they're surrounded by a new moon in Capricorn and a new moon in Gemini. Oh. New moon in Capricorn just talks about them working hard at a relationship. The more you got to work at a relationship just shows that there's problems. So, if it doesn't come naturally and things like that, and you're always working on it, that's not good. Then you have they have a new moon in Gemini where communication card. They're not communicating to one another good. I don't feel that these guys are going to be long term unless they go get counseling. And the longer they keep this going, the worse it's going to get for them. The worse. Because when the universe finally breaks you up, that's it. Sometimes it's in the worst way. If you don't listen to them, they will break you. If you're not meant to be that person, that's it. You will break up. But it's if you don't listen to the signs, hell, you might lose money and everything else in the process. So I feel like there's going to be a bad outcome for them too. So I don't know. Maybe you should pray for them or something. Because you should never be happy about with other people's misery, because that gives you bad karma too. So I was told that before. Oh, marriage reading. You really want to get married, Karan, don't you, my friend? I've been seeing you forever since my dad passed away and we lost his ashes and everything else. Somehow, when I found out my dad died, everybody says I'm getting an inheritance and this and that, but there's no body. This is like one of these real life movies on TV, and it's like a damn nightmare. Oh, you're welcome, Danny. But yeah, I don't get it. And my son's checked, and there's just nothing. And the lawyer's on vacation, and my son's on the case, and eventually, hopefully, we get something. But this is why you haven't seen me. I'm thinking about maybe one day investing in a funeral home because I don't think anybody should have to lose their loved one's ashes. So I'm just saying. All right, you are in a full moon eclipse. And this just talks about conclusions within reach. So, which isn't bad. And then you got a first quarter moon. And this talks about commitment being tested. Then you got a full moon in Leo also. And this is talking about pride not getting in your way. Like if somebody is not perfectly fitting the mold type thing. I think someone's going to come across what's going to be someone that you would have never thought would come across. And you wouldn't think about marrying. And this happens. Sometimes the universe throws that at you too. But there's somebody, but you're being tested. So sometimes when the right one comes, they want to know that you got a pure heart. Sometimes they come broke. Sometimes they come broken. My husband came to me broken. So he was working, but he had a lot of bills and stuff. And sometimes the universe does that to humble you. So Karan, I guess you're still in limbo and they're still testing you. The whatever you want to call it, the matrix or whatever. Because that's what it does. Alright. Mulatto race. Wow, depressing story to hear. Oh yes, it is depressing. Oh. Oh, pretty much it's saying that I forgot the exact cards. I may have a lot in my mind, but pretty much it's testing you because when you get in a full relationship, if they give you everything or like you went through a fast food restaurant, you got to work to have a healthy relationship, and something that's divine never comes in the package you would like it to come in. It really doesn't. There is somebody that's going to come, but it's going to be someone that you wouldn't think about marrying. Somebody that doesn't have a lot of money. Somebody that maybe not the best looking. Because somebody has to be. Who's testing you is the universe. It tests us all. Humanity. The light. The light tests you every day. If you're not doing good acts, that's where bad karma comes from, the universe. And it gives you back. Like if you're too materialistic, it'll take your money. It'll make sure you don't have money until you're not materialistic. And then the people that become aren't materialistic, they'll make them millionaires. That's what the universe does. That's what karma is. So that's everybody. My husband came to me and he wasn't the best looking at first. Oh, you're welcome. But he ended up getting better looking when we dated. Got new glasses, and all of a sudden he just become better looking. It's really weird. But these things how they go, and I don't understand why. I really don't. I wish I had that answer, but that's how the light works. The light wants you to do good things. That's why I laugh when people become millionaires and then they have a lot of problems, because eventually all your bad energy is coming back to you, and the universe messes with you. It really does. And this Winnie the Pooh I'm making around is for my grandson Owen, and my other one came over yesterday. I gave him my Winnie the Pooh selfie one. My grandson Lance. I was very excited to see Lance. He's a cute little guy. He's going to be coming in the stream with me soon, Karan. Because I'm doing dog walking ones too. So, just so you know, to keep then in the dog walking ones, you get to see the me complaining about the dog parade. Trying not to cuss too much because everybody with their dogs bothering me. You get to see the real dog experience. All these dog people that come by, they got these small dogs looking at you because your dog's barking. I'm just gonna start blogging that in between these so you can get that experience. But yeah, I had one today, and I'm gonna probably do all of his. I'm gonna start live streaming all of his walks because we're not like the military dogs and all that. They have all these really good, cool dogs that are on skateboards and stuff like that. I've been trying to get Chong on a skateboard. He won't get on the skateboard. I try. I really do. I thought it'd be cool because I seen this dog. I was out walking Chong and I seen this dog on a skateboard. And the kid was skateboarding, and I said, "Man, that is cool." And I tried to get Chong to do that. It really wasn't happening. Mr. Chong was not privy to it. I got one of my younger son's old skateboards, and he would not get on it, not at all. So, I guess that's where I'm at. Alright, I'm trying to do his eye because he's looking to the side. Could be the hardest. They really can. Especially these little side views. They take a lot. Oh, hi, Sophia. I haven't heard from you for a while. How you been? I'm glad you guys still remember me and didn't go to a million other pages. I thought you guys would leave. I mean, I don't know. There's this lady that always comes by trying to get somebody to go to this other site, but okay. Does A still feel what's it? Oh, you want to? Yes, I've missed your lives. It's okay. I have them in playlist in numerical order, and they're not actually there. It's one per list. When you see like the live stream, there's only one on there, and then if you see the other one, it's the one right next to it. I have it just like the library. Laugh out loud. So we're all busy, but yeah, I make it real easy and accessible so you're not worrying about one playlist being for the first 100. I think I'm up to 400 something. I'm going to update them all today. I'm going to try to get them all out, I've been doing really good about it. But I haven't seen you for a while, so hello. I like to keep up on my humanitarians in the world. So far, I got 993 humanitarians I have made friends with over here. Because these dogs are still getting beaten, and they're still. A Dogs for Family is still literally saying today they said a dog was paralyzed because somebody beat him. And by the time they got him, he couldn't move. I don't know why people do these things. This is why I'm up here. I'm not up here for my own personal benefit. I'm up here for that poor dog that's afraid of their owner because they're getting the shit beat out of them and living a horrible life. This is why I stream. This is my fuel. I literally come on here and see that poor dog all crippled up, and this is why I'm here. I'm here for no other reason. And for that little kid that was sold into human trafficking. So that's okay. You know what? Sometimes I can't even get on here. I don't expect you to stop your life to make sure you make my lives. I'm just letting you know when they're how I'm putting them. If you ever wanted to see one, like, because I'm actually starting to label the sketchings that on there that I'm doing and all that, so you could kind of keep it. Like, maybe you might know someone that knows how to draw, and they might want to maybe learn how to make it like a portrait. And I make candles now and a bunch of little stuff, and I'm trying out pottery too. So I'm doing a lot of trying to make big moves here. I did make a incense holder that looked horrible. I posted the picture, but I want to eventually make a cup. And cups are really hard, so maybe in a year I can do cups since it took me a year to learn how to sketch. Maybe I'll be able to do a cup. I don't know. But this with A is in a new moon in Aries. And this just talks about him not doing anything and he needs to move and do something. He's just like standing still and not really doing anything with his life. That's what I'm picking up. And then he's surrounded with the new moon in Leo, and it's talking about confidence. So he has no self confidence at all. And then I got a third quarter moon where it talks about adjustments being required. So he's having a hard time. I'm picking that up. So if he, I mean, I don't, I don't know if I'm just picking up a hard time. I mean, he could miss you. I don't know if you guys were financially doing stuff together. He may, but when you're going through hard times like that, you're really not thinking about your love life. You're thinking about getting all that, your bills paid and all that. He's having financial things going on. So he probably doesn't have time to think about the other. So I don't know. Maybe now is just not a good time to bother him. Oh, you're welcome. I mean, hopefully he gets his stuff together, especially if there's children involved and stuff. I mean, having find a lot of financial problems with kids and stuff could be really bad. It's not a happy thing at all because those kids are expensive. Okay, this is right on the crust here. I gotta put this eye right. I like to look at these rough sketches so I have an idea when I'm doing these side views where to put them, and then I shade them in my own way. Oh, okay, well that's good. There's no kids involved. I always ask that because I worked with kids. I worked when I was at my one job, and I see how kids suffer, and I don't like the kids suffering. So I mean, I'm glad there's no kids for that sake because it's the suffering kids that. Oh yeah, I'm an empath. I feel for everything. Sometimes I wake up with these dreams. And sometimes I literally see animals crying out and suffering. Sometimes I hear screams of children. Sometimes I hear lots of stuff in my sleep sometimes. And it makes me sad. So the only thing I know what to do to reach enough people to try to promote people to be nicer is being on a network that has a lot of people available to talk to. because sometimes this realm I hear screams, I hear human suffering, I hear animal suffering. I feel it sometimes. And feeling suffering is horrible. It's one of the most horrible gifts you can get is an empath. And I was given the empathic path in life. And I don't know if I enjoy any of it, honestly. It's not fun at all to be an empath. Not at all. I'm gonna put a bit of a thing here. Just to show his mouth is open. I think that would be cute. And then shade it this way. I tweak it up sometimes. Like he's talking a little. But I like to get my lines perfect. I mean, lining with like when people's eyes are set and stuff and which ways is so important in this shading business. I was taught by people that passed away how to do this because I work a lot in hospice, a lot with hospice patients, and they see me as their grandkid or as somebody that they knew when they were younger, and they teach me things. Oh, okay. Hello, Nicole. I think you've been on here too. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are all popping in on today. I'm feeling a little better about life now that I somewhat almost know where my dad's remains are. Almost. But I guess I'll get there. Alright, you wanna know if oh yeah. It has been a while. It is nice to hear from you. Sometimes you're not sure on YouTube if you're doing good or bad. It's like the ocean. But yeah, I'm here for your readings or whatever you need. Maybe I'll start doing stuff sketching for humanity because really that's what I'm doing. That'd be nice. Have little like I don't know, maybe in the future have places like that promote artwork for kids and adults and stuff. You know, along with obviously the dogs. Oh yeah, I know. I haven't been on for a while because it's like every time I try to come on, there's some kind of organized chaos. My older son brought his son over, so and I'm going to be doing a lot of babysitting, Nicole. A lot of babysitting. So I'm going to be doing streams and I'm going to be doing my dog walks, blogging them all together. And not just what Google does for me. Because Google like does do nice videos, but I'm going to do them live there and Lance will be in them. Because both parents do not care if I have Owen on YouTube. Because I told him I have to ask permission. And we do. We absolutely have to ask permission. This is true. YouTube says you have to have permission for all of this kind of stuff. So I got the permission, which is good. So you guys will be seeing Lance when I'm fighting with Chong, trying to go all over the world while we're walking. But I'm getting much better at shading now. See, I only have this half done. And then I have the other one I just did before my dog walking stream. I did a dove. And I start with sketching. So that's the thing. You could do pastels straight from a sketch, and they're nice. Your mother died 15 years ago today. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Well, R.I.P. And I hope that she had a good passing, and hopefully she's reincarnated as something good. Generally, though, when we pass away, a lot of times we choose to be in the same circle. Your mother probably is, her soul probably went in one of your relatives, like the newer relatives that came. So I was wondering if I'm on the right path energetically. I mean, I could do a little reading for you. Just to make sure you're doing good. I mean, as long as you're trying to do positive every day, even if things mess up, though that kind of energy doesn't return to you. I mean, all energy returns to you, but it's when you do intentional bad things that it comes full circle right back and takes away things that you like and cherish. And it has done that to me before in the past when I was younger, when I was a little bit cocky. It's that ego we all have when we're younger. And I'm not privy to not having that happen. So, yeah, I can read for you. All right, you want a career reading? Oh, okay, you've been on here before. A professional fighter gave me a ride. Oh, okay. Home tomorrow after practice made me feel honored and oh, there you go. Wow, look at that, a professional fighter. I didn't know you were a fighter, Jupiter. You know, I work. This is so crazy. I work at my job. The unit I work on is Juniper actually, after the tree, but it's close enough. And I work over there, and I mean I'm afloat and I work everywhere, but I work a lot in Juniper. So yeah, I mean that is crazy. That's why I remember your name. That's one of my work units. But let's see if I'm not missing a reading. All right. Oh, you're EMT too? Oh, wow. Well, congratulations. I hear that's a hard job, EMT. EMT could be really hard. I worked with somebody that was EMT, and he quit being EMT because he said that he had to make kid calls. And sometimes when you got there, you couldn't save them all. That's what I was told. And he became a STNA at that point. So, thank you for being an emergency responder because our work is, I mean, I'm a STNA, I work with other stuff, but that's a rough job. It really is. I don't think people give enough credit to EMTs. They're right there, and there are a lot of problems when that happens. Gunshots, they can get shot or anything on the scene. You can it's just like being a cop. You can come home dead one day. So I'm going to pray for you. I didn't know you were EMT. But your work path is your career. We'll say career reading. This is in a new moon in Scorpio. And this just literally just says to work through your fears. And that's what all this is. And pretty much this card is good because in your case, because it's saying not to worry. And you're overthinking and you're creating your own monster. Because some people, you're like me, you're an overachiever, you're doing a bunch of stuff, and that's how we are. That's how some people are just wired. But it's always surrounded, but you're surrounded also by a full moon in Gemini and a full moon in Scorpio. And a full moon in Gemini just talks about answers that you've been waiting for that are coming very soon. Then you got a full moon in Scorpio. And this just talks about releasing negativity. So that's not, I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, honestly, it's just saying you're really worried and there's nothing to worry about. I see things coming through for you. It's going to happen in a step-by-step process, though. So you're going to have to be like me and be patient. And sometimes it's the hardest thing to do. Trust me. Taking my own damn advice is hard. Yeah, you can ask. That's why I'm here. I just sketch because sometimes I don't get people that. And oh, you're welcome. If you have any more questions, you can come back. I don't really work till Friday, and I'm going to be trying to redo as many streams as I can. And then the next one will be a dog walking stream because he's going to have to go pee soon. And I'm going to stream the whole dog walk, honestly. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to stream the dog walk. And then after that, I might relax, probably smoke a little weed. And then after that, I might come back and have another tarot card stream and relax to sketching. But yeah, Makaya, you can ask. See, I'm getting better at pronouncing all the names now. See, YouTube does good things sometimes. Laugh out loud. It gets me to pronounce names better. I'm just going to place these eyes while I'm waiting on your question because it does help me center my brain better. It really does. Alright, my first nature is a kind of dark being. Well, what do you mean by your first nature? I guess. Because, I mean, nobody really comes from darkness. There's just darkness here. So, I guess that would be the question. I'm gonna eye up. You gotta eye up your eyes. It's a perfect circle. So, yeah, energy beings that are negative like that, they're already here, and most of the time, the problem is with them is they're here in this realm, and from what I understand, when I died, when you go to the other place, it looks exactly like this place, but there's no darkness. And the thing is they say that there's these things, and they have a lot of different names. They really do. But they don't exist there. But they try to replicate everything that the good does and claim it. And they try to tell you that all the time that they control it, and they really don't. Because I've argued with these kind of beings. I really have. Sometimes they come in my head for no damn reason, and I get a really weird headache. And you could talk to them subliminally. If they come to in your head, you can respond back. And I don't show them any fear because I just don't care about their existence. They're like a mosquito. And they thrive on our misery. They really do. That's the thing with these things. So, Alright, your name is Baskira. My question is, do I have a future with my girlfriend Marley, or is there someone else in the future? Things between me and my girlfriend have been kind of rough. Well, the future, I actually did really good with the face. These side views are rough. See, every day it gets better. I understand, y'all. If all is vibration, that means everything is light, and in life there's many degrees of light. Pretty much. Yeah. It's the I wanna say the darkness is people that have fallen. I like to call them the fallen. The people that haven't reached their true, and they haven't listened to their inner self, and they died not knowing the truth. So they haven't got inner enlightenment. And really, the darkness is just people that haven't evolved all the way. And they like to do malicious things because those things tell them to do it. And they don't know how to fight it off. And a lot of times, they target drug addicts and people that have problems with grief. That's why they mimic your ancestors and everything else. But your ancestors, when they come to you, you know when they come to you. And that's it. And you don't feel uncomfortable. It just feels like an instant happy connection when your ancestors connect to you. But they they're the great deceivers. They really are. So, and they make us the monsters. Many of them sometimes, yeah, they don't get to like. I've heard in passing when I died, I did go through a forest. I remember going through a forest because I like wildlife, and when I died and when I was walking through the forest, one of the times I died, I seen different animals that looked kind of really messed up, and they told me not to go near those animals because those are unclean. And unclean means they haven't reached they're letting the negative beings control them. And there's nothing that no one could do because they're allowing the negative beings to control them. And they don't generally like them to evolve, but some of them end up being walk-ins and things like that, which you can have a family member as a walk-in, but then sometimes you can have an evil, and it's not even evil, you can have a darker entity do that also. So, I mean, it gets so complicated in that realm. I honestly, I mean, I know that at this point I'm an agnostic, but sometimes I can feel a dark person, a kind, gentle dark. It's probably the Reaper. If it's a kind person and they're dark, it's the Reaper. The Reaper is awesome. I love the Reaper. I seen him each and every time I died. He walked me through the forest. He told me which plants were good, which animals were not good, and which were good, and he protected me the entire time. Don't ever fear the Reaper. The Reaper, it literally will protect you, and he'll bring you back if he can. If your body isn't too weak and stuff, he does try to bring people back. Sometimes he can't. And that's why there's drugs and alcohol and all this stuff out there, because they try to, the other side's always trying to make you sick. So your body has to give up and it has a chance to take you. So, oh yeah. Can you write this term? Oh, well, I'm sketching now. Maybe later, but I was thinking since my one live stream I listened to is doing all these books, I might as well do a little book on that because honestly, I still talk to the Reaper. Once you've seen the Reaper and died and he chose for you to come back because your body was in good condition, you literally see him all the time. And I vibe with him. That's why some of my favorite sketches I've done. I'm not mad at you, Paul Carl. Some of the best sketches I've done is the Reaper, and I wanted to make sure I didn't even do those till I was a better sketch artist because I like him so much, and he really made a good journey of death for me, and it was a beautiful journey. It opened my eyes. So, but no, I'm not mad at you, Power Carl. I don't. I'm never mad at anybody. I'm not even mad at. I couldn't even be mad at Hitler. I feel that he was just infected and sick. So, but no, I never get mad at anybody. I really don't. I'm going to try to find this question since I'm so horrible at finding questions. Okay, June. I got that one. All right. I think it was Deca. Okay, Deca. Are you still here, Miss Deca? I can't pronounce the first name. But if you're still here, let me know, and I will let you know if you have a future with Marley. Oh, you're here? Okay. I'm sorry. I get caught up in discussions sometimes. And I understand people gotta eat and stuff. I get it. Alright. You and Marley are in a new moon in Cancer. And this just talks about you, how you guys are in a safe part of your relationship. It's a safety card, which is good to be safe. Safe is good. And then you guys are surrounded by a blue moon and a south node. A blue moon just means it's a hope card. They want you to start believing in things that you didn't think was going to happen and to have hope. I call the blue moon the hope card. And then you have a south node, and this just talks about not letting things hold you back. Don't let the past hold you back. Don't let things that people have done to you shape your future. Honestly, I think you and Marley could work things out. I feel there's love between both of you. You just have to make an effort to reconnect and things and to get back to where you were. People that are married go through this, so don't feel bad. I went through this twice, so things have been very rough between us. That happens. It really does. Life hits you. When life hits you, that's it. Lots of, well, yeah, people butting in your business. Yeah, people that butt in your business and your personal business, they're jealous of you. I will tell you that. And if they want to see you not succeed, they will try to destroy your happiness. I just see a lot of confusion in you and that whole relationship, and maybe just redefine it and be like, you know what, I want this just to be me and you, and just be like, I love you and I want to make this work, and who cares about what everybody else thinks. If you start worrying about what everybody else thinks, you're never going to be happy. And this is the God's honest truth because my whole life people have told me personally I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. And I did not listen to any of them. So, oh, hi, Daz. How you doing? I think I got a question. Yeah, I mean, I would just have a little faith and talk to her. I'm trying to make sure to miss a question before I get the new question. I must be getting more popular. Hopefully, I get a whole lot of good people that is gonna help me help a lot of people. Alright, I'm trying to look here. Oh, Estefia. Are you still here, Estefia? Or Stefania? I'm probably mispronouncing it. But if you're still here, I'll get your question. Okay. You want to know what will happen this month with the connection of Henry and me? I can definitely do energy reading for you. And then I'll get you Daz. How you been? I hope you've been doing well. I mean, it's always in this realm, there's always all kinds of confusion and chaos all the damn time. I feel it all the damn time. That's how I know. Alright. You and Henry are in a cardinal moon. And this just talks about making first moves. If we were playing a chess game. Oh, that's great, Daz. I'm glad. Okay, you're grieving, so I'm sad. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm grieving too. We're grieving together. I can't find my father's remains, so I'm grieving and can't even find ashes or a body. I'm hoping my son and the lawyer could find something. But you and Henry are in a cardinal moon. And this just talks about if we were playing chess, which I like to play chess. It's a stalemate. Both sides are just standing and waiting. Just waiting for the next move to be made. Because both parties are afraid to make the first move. Then you're surrounded by a muddable moon and a waning moon. Muddable moon is literally just says nothing is set in stone, pretty much. Nothing's set in stone. Nothing's. It could go anywhere. Whatever you guys make of it, it can be rewritten. Pretty much, just like Back to the Future, where they say, "Oh, the future could be rewritten." Oh, it's okay. I mean, things happen. I mean, my son's trying to look for these ashes. They got to be somewhere. He was a veteran, but you guys are surrounded too by a waning moon, and this just talks about things that you need to release or get out in the open and talk about. I just feel like it's just more communication between you two. I think if you actually communicated and really not talking just idle or talking at each other, but talk to each other, kind of like Young M.A. has with that one song, I think it would be good. But I mean, it's not terrible. You just guys just got to talk. So I want to, but he is very closed and a lot of fear. Well, yeah, that's I picked that up. You're just gonna probably have to wait for him then. Sometimes you gotta wait it out. You're afraid to walk away because of his fears. Some people do that. So people do. Alright, Micaiah. You said you could feel vampire energy. I feel all energies. All of it. And just because you're on the darker side doesn't mean you cannot be a humanitarian. I mean, vampires are just vampires. They just suck energy. I don't feel that you absolutely need blood. I think that's just something that people like to do because that's what they like to do. And maybe like you do have a craving because I was reading. Oh, I actually not reading. I was on YouTube, of course, listening to all this stuff. And from my understanding of it is vampires, they can they do pick up energy. You have energy vampires and the other ones, but blood is energy. That's why the church always talks about the blood of Christ because blood is power and it gives you energy and stuff like that. So, and it's very spiritual, your blood, and God's honest is, and the vampires just they're very good at picking up energy, and it's easier to pick up people's vibrations and energy if you don't a lot of times through blood. That's why blood is very powerful, and that's why churches do it. So, but yeah, there are vampires. They are natural born vampires. I do feel them, but some of them are good. Some of them, just because you're a vampire, doesn't mean you got to be an a-hole. That's where I'm at with the vampire clans. And there's absolutely werewolves out there. They're not like the TV would have it be. That is not like the werewolves I feel. They're just they come on with a different personality. They're very protective. Very protective. So, and I actually like, people that have those spirits of wolves in them and things and that are very high wolf potential because they're very nice. Because they really want is humanity, and they want people to respect one another and animals and stop hurting the animals. They do because our animals are spirit animals, and when you hurt one animal, it gives you bad karma. But besides giving you bad karma, those animals are connected to somebody. And I don't think people realize that. And you got to answer to all that. If you're mean to an animal, it counts the same as a human. It counts the same. Because you never know. One lifetime, I might be a dog. And I might be another human again. We're not guaranteed with what we're coming back as. We're not. That is nothing that we do is an absolute guarantee. And this is, I don't lie to you guys, this is just truth. Because I asked the universe if I ever was a cockroach and stuff, and and a voice came to me and laughed and said once. Everyone's a cockroach once, I will tell you that. I would not want to be a cockroach ever, but apparently I was once. And that's why I don't understand why these people are mean to animals, because whatever you do unto others gets done unto you. And the church was right about that. That was totally right about that. And I will tell you that. What universe wants to let me know here? Well, depends on what wormhole we're in. That's a complicated question. I've been doing a lot of research of my own personal. And my own personal research, I feel we're in a wormhole. And I feel that even if you're in these wormholes and these black holes, it doesn't seem like you're in one. And I feel like we're in one. Because sometimes the energy fields, it comes and fades. And I really honestly feel like we're in one of those kind of wormholes. And they even, Stephen Hawking said, we would not know if you were in a wormhole. It would just create a different reality. A, a pronounced physicist already said it. Justice is balance. Probably. But I believe we're in a wormhole. I've done a lot of extensive research, and my thing is everybody dismisses science and religion both, but it's not. The scientists, their study of energy and different stuff. Here we go. Happy Pooh. But their research just justifies that we could be in a black hole. They're saying cold fusion is a thing. They're saying that multiple universes do exist now. After poor Stephen Hawking died. I mean, I really wish he was still alive, but he was in a wheelchair and it wasn't fun for him. I mean, he had to crawl up the stairs just to see his wife and all that, but I like to take a picture of the sketch too when I put it through. But yeah. I have nothing to prove to it. I mean, I'm not gonna know until I die. I'm thinking that's why I went to the forest and I was able to, and had a different kind of experience because I'm coming from a wormhole. But whatever it is, I think we're just stuck here. And Stephen Hawking even said if you are in a wormhole, you would not know it. It would seem like its own universe. And there's ley lines. Because I've been studying where some of these ley lines are in the core of the planet. And the coordinates where all these ley lines are lay course to the equator. And the equator, there's a empty chamber in this like if you go where we're never going to be able to get to and you would die to get there, the middle of the earth. They say the middle of the earth actually is a thing and there's actual life down there. And they're actually sending cameras and stuff down there. And the thing is, maybe you could send a camera down there, but that doesn't mean that you're going to actually get anywhere. But this is my belief, and I mean, the church has their belief, but I have my belief. Because I just been curious. I mean, who couldn't be? If you're stuck in a damn wormhole and nobody has answers, I mean, you got to do something with your life. And I think that maybe that all the multi-universes are stuck in black holes because if we were in the regular part of space, we would be dead. If you think about it, we're like if you think about it in hurricane terms, it's like the eye of the storm. But that's just what I personally think, and religious people think I'm crazy. They really do. I like to think everything scientific. I'm not going to sit there and say it's this or that. I'm just saying everything, all energy relies and comes from somewhere. And if you want to know anything about energy at the most highest impact, it's physics. And everybody dismisses physics and spirituality. See, I love these chalk pastels. They're my favorite. But yeah, I just feel that that's where we're at. And I feel that maybe to get out of here, we go to another wormhole. And maybe in this wormhole, we're just not meant to have full achievement until we have I don't want to say repented each other because then it just sounds really religious in that aspect. But until we have had full understanding, I think we just keep coming back. That's why I tell everybody just to kind of, sometimes it's better to go with the flow. Instead of doing that like I usually do it that way, I'm just going with all of my shading this way, especially getting this done. But yeah, that's what I personally believe. And I do listen to live streamers about that talk about everybody's theories and all that with like the scientific, not scientific, with the spiritual. But I feel if the spiritual community and the scientific community came full circle, we would be having some good effects. Good effects. I think we'd have answers. But these two facets don't seem to want to come together. They don't want to come together to say, together we would have the answers. And the church never would allow this. The church is always fighting science. When I was going to church a lot, when I was a Catholic, if you ask questions like this, they said it was a sin. So the church in this realm is saying, and this at this particular time, that the science community is wrong, but it's like they replicate what they say in a more logical way that makes sense. And I like to go with the scientific kind of thing because that's what I believe. But I do believe there's an ultimate light, yes. There is, because through can only come life can only come from light. It can't come from death. Because death is death. And light is light. I mean, it's two absolute truths. And when I do this, you go in a circle. This way it accentuates everything around you. And I like to do this even if I have things in another color I'm doing in the background, because I feel it being two-toned sometimes is good. So I like to spread out the yellow. It makes it so much prettier. It does. You want vibrant, pretty stuff. And then just take all that little chalk and move it this way. This is like my most favorite way to paint, is just playing around doing this. But yeah, this is my personal belief, what I formulate that nobody in the world believes and probably thinks I'm crazy. And I might be. But I'm gonna go with the Stephen Hawking "we're in a wormhole" theory. Because through all of my time on YouTube and everything, and all the scientific study that I studied in school, I'm going with that's what it is. And I feel that people that are very powerful kind of go against the status quo and try to make you think one way, think another, telling you some ridiculous, crazy stuff that really makes no sense. See, when you get to this phase, I got the yellow out that way. I'm going to take my one finger here that has the red and start moving around this way to get a different kind of color this way. You want to collage your colors to make it look good, nice and professional. Because a lot of people can do sketching, and I just did this from pencil. And I did it in front of you guys just so you could get the feel of how easy it is to make something that you have that you've spent time on to look really good to looking fantastic. But yeah, this is the theory I really honestly believe. And it's like I said, it took me years to get this, but I think I'm on to something. Oh my god, there's a private number now. Would you answer this, babe? Alright, you know what? I'm just going to answer that. Hello?
Hi, this is Leslie, and I'm calling from Berea West Apartments. How are you doing?
Okay.
Good. I'm taking a 2-minute tenant survey on behalf of the owners and wondered if I could trouble you to answer some questions.
Well, I'm in the middle of a YouTube live stream right now.
Oh, well, I can try you another time then if that would be more convenient.
Well, yeah, my audience is hearing you, so.
Oh, well, then I will definitely call you back. You get right to that, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, I guess they didn't want you to hear that. Says, hey, I'm new here. Can I get a reading about... Yeah, you can. I can do a love reading. I can't tell you if someone's going to marry you, though. I can only pick up the energy around you. Alright. I think this looks professional enough for my damn son. He told me he wanted a traditional Winnie the Pooh for his son, and I think I'm going to leave it just like this, but here we go. He said I did a Winnie the Pooh with a selfie, and he was, I don't know, I think the original kind, so I gave it to my other grandson. But yeah, let me do a love reading on you here. But with future spouses, you always have different choices. That's the thing. So, I mean, you have like more than one possibility. They always say there's only one person out there. That's not true. The everything runs on prime numbers. That's how I understand things of a scientific nature. Oh, well, as soon as I get done with her marriage reading, I will be back with you, Micaiah. I like you. You have really good questions, and you're a very good inquisitive mind. So, do you think this looks like a professional Disney, like original Pooh thing? Because my son keeps wanting these Winnie the Poohs. And he wanted one that looked original, kind of like the older style. So, this is why I was doing this for the baby shower. So, I told him I'd redo it. I've done Pooh so many times that I'm able to do it in an hour for everything. But getting back to this, the love sector. In the universe, everything runs in prime numbers when it comes to like stuff and about having kids and stuff like that, and people you would. And it runs in three basic prime numbers, and it's 1 and 3. And what happens is whatever one is 3. So if there's one person, they say to everyone, there's technically 3 possibilities or just 3 choices. So that is the mathematical version of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this done. Because this is how I understand the universe with numbers. When I died, I say numbers. And I've seen 3 a lot. Oh, thank you. You know what? I get stressed out. I'm an empath. I wake up and I feel all this crazy energy, and this is the only way to make me feel better is drawing and arts and crafts. Because I'm probably going to come back and do a candle. I've been making candles too. Now I wish I was able to do pottery as well as I'm able to draw, but what 3 means for you? 3 is a prime number in the universe. 3 means something to everybody. 3 is the same thing as 1. So if you say there's 1 Earth, there's technically 3 because that means there's 2 wormholes. It's cold fusion, and it's pretty much, it goes along with string theory. And string theory correlates with all the energy and life and carbon. I studied inorganic chemistry. And I have no thing. I studied the substances are organic and inorganic. And organic just means things that would provide life. So It means 1 and 3 is a prime number for everybody. So literally, there's 3 wormholes. There's one planet, 3 wormholes. That's how it does it. It divides it up to 3. So if you want to say one of those are hell, or there's really no hell, there's just 3 wormholes you go to, and that's it. All right, what is it? Swati. You are in a waning moon right now with your love sector, and this just means it's talking about things that you need to kind of let go to move on to the next level. You got to get involved with your inner ego. They call it in science, or your inner self. They call it in psychology. And you got to totally let go and forgive every single person. Even if you haven't seen them, you got to let it go. And even if somebody was horrible to you, you got to let it go. I've had to do it, and it was I had to apologize to and make amends with my ex-husband. So to move on, this is what I had to do. But that's what a wanting moon is, and it's nothing bad. It just means you just have people that you gotta let go. You got energies you gotta let go, and when we hurt and the scars we have left, because I've had a lot of these scars. Yes, scars run deep and they burn, but you got to eventually just forgive that person for you to move on to have something else. And forgiveness is hard because the universe knows when you're faking it. So whatever you need to do to kind of let go of all the negative feelings you have to be able to get to that point, that's what you need to do. Then you got a new moon in Gemini surrounding you in the marriage situation. And this talks about communication. So, and a communication card just means communicating with people and really telling them your inner feelings, not what you would like them to do or what you think that they would want to do, but just say that you wanted them to get to know their inner self. No jealousy, whatever, that you just move on. Because jealousy is a negative energy also. Don't forget about this. Everybody's jealous and clingy these days. And that's not good either, because you won't get married and they will not allow you to you won't have a healthy relationship at all with all that going on. Then you're surrounded also by a first quarter moon. It's talking about your commitment being tested. So somebody's watching over you with how your commitment is doing and obligations, and is watching how you react. There is somebody that's interested that's watching how you react to things. So, and honestly, this is what everybody does. This is literally what every person on earth does. It sounds, when you put it out blank out there, it sounds terrible, but it is literally what we all do. And then you find somebody and you let it go. And that's it. The matter can't be without astral dimension and its peculiar essence. It's like we can see the tree physically. This one is not enough because this tree is 3 and 1. Oh yeah, we're a multi-dimensional. Some people can see the inner, like when I see things, especially after you've crossed over and came back, or you're to your full enlightenment, you can see the tree and see it for what it really is. You can. Sometimes I go around and I see dark eyes on people. I could tell who's infected and who's not infected sometimes. And the dark eyes, I guess you would call evil, but to me they look infected. Because if you're not infected with nothing, you could see the whole tree for what it is, the different layers, what it is, the organic stuff. You just got to see with your spirit and mind. And if you look at things through your spirit and mind, it does. Oh, I do. When you die 3 times, this happens. Oh, hi, Maria. Oh, from Greece. Wow, I thought usually I don't think I've had anybody from Greece. Well, I guess I got to give a shout out for Greece. Usually India is my biggest fans, but thank you. I do like Greece. Ancient Greece is some of my favorite history. I love ancient Greece. Love it. And I love Greek mythology. Love it. Oh, is this about the tree or the other? Because I'm getting a lot of stuff coming through here. So, I don't know, put one down there. But yeah, do you want a reading, Maria? I would love to give you a reading. Okay, well, I'm not going scrolling all that way through. This is a lot of questions. I don't have where I have like columns and stuff here, my friend. What kind of energy? Oh, what kind of energy surround you? Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, your question was like 100 up there, it seems, over here when you're on this end. Okay. But you're a very good conversationalist. I really enjoy talking to you. And you're very intelligent, too. Most people aren't this aware of things. Alright, you got your energies are in a full new moon eclipse. Wow. This talks about powerful change from the inside. It looks like you've been evolving. And I'm not talking, I'm talking about awakening type of thing. That's what I'm picking up. Congratulations, Makaya. You've joined the ones that have full transformation. And then you got your energies surrounded by new moon Sagittarius, and this is talking about luck. You got some good ass karma coming because you're a full awakening now. And then you got a full moon. And this is just saying whatever you got, like any kind of questions or whatever, to go ahead and ask the universe. Wow. Well, congratulations. I'm glad you've made your full enlightenment. Maybe that's how you know all these questions. Tomorrow, well, hey, you know what? Get I'm trying to think if you don't have a moonstone, that's really good around the full moon. Maybe get yourself a crystal, and I would get a if you can't get a moonstone because sometimes they're expensive, get a purple crystal. Put it by the full moon and say a little prayer by it. However you want to do it. You have crystals. Take your favorite crystal, put it by the full moon and sleep, and when it's done, when you wake up the next day, well yeah, if it's a full moon, recharge it by the full moon. That's your best bet because you're fully awakened. So I know the purple stone brings a lot of enlightenment and brings answers to questions and gives you like, and if you're already psychic or you have full awakening, you're when you wake up, like when you sleep with under your pillow, it usually you'll have dreams and the answers come to you. That's what I hear from witches all the time and people that do crystal work. So definitely recharge it because you are able to get a clear channel. So when they do try to come to you, the divine, it will literally, and you'll be able to decipher the message. If we're not fully awakened, you cannot decipher messages. So I would say if you don't have the moonstone, get a purple one. Because purple, I feel, works best, or quartz. Clear quartz does the job too, but the purple stone is more of like the psychic stone and it transmits messages better. And a lot of people have, if you have crystals, you got a purple stone somewhere. Everybody has these purple stones. So there you go. Take your amethyst and put it by the full moon. And I like to do it with water. Okay, and white quartz. You don't put both out there. Hell with it. Take your amethyst and your quartz and put it in some water. And I'd like to. Some people put them outside. Some people will say that they like it outside. I don't like to put it mine outside. I don't. Because, animals could come by, pee on them, and all this stuff. I don't like that. So, what I do is just take a dish and take a little flour, take a little prayer, just say a little prayer of thanks for their life. And just pluck a little petal from outside of a flower. It could be anything, just one of those little tiny wildflowers, and have it floating in the water with your crystals as the full moon is going on. And the next day, you take them out and you can bathe your other crystals in the same water because then you got moon water. And then it'll charge all your crystals and the answers that you want. Just hold the crystal and ask it. And then put it in the water. And then when you dream and stuff, those answers, I promise you, will come to you. So, you don't like that also. It's possible to connect the moon energies to the water without exposition. Well, you can, but if you use the earth's elements, like all of them, earth, water, and air, it has a more clear connection. You just have to use the earth's energies because this is where we live, the wormhole. So it's easier to find you this way. So that's why I say that. That's why I put it outside by my window. Inside, but not outside, you know what I mean. And then, if I see like a small little wildflowers or just something like that, you can put it on top and they can connect with the energy there also, your stones. And then you could take them out of the water and you could put them by your pillow or just keep them with you through the day and you will have answers. And around a full moon, it's like that. And I know a lot of people that do that and they tell me it works. Sometimes I try to do that, but I always miss the full moon. I'm always so busy. It's crazy. But I should check if it's a full moon and try to do that with my own damn crystals. You got me thinking here. See, I come here and there we go. But I mean, I've had a great conversation with you. I hope you come on the next stream and you keep me your notifications. Not many people understand stuff like this, Micaiah. Except for that one live streamer that wrote 6 books. And I think he understands. Well, he knows about all these church politics and religion. It's hard for me to keep up with all these religions personally, so it's hard. I don't know if I could read about that and write about that all day, so God bless him. But he is very good. I like him. He's agnostic and different stuff, but I'm more a scientific energy seeker type thing. I guess I don't like to refer to myself as an energy vampire, but I could pick it up, but I don't willfully take it all at the same time. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, Micaiah. But that's kind of how I roll. I could tap into it, yes, but I only take it with permission. So I don't know what that makes me. Because sometimes a lot of my stuff does come from dark a little bit. But that's about it. I used to talk to you and. Oh. Oh, I am. Probably I am the most peaceful person on earth because when I go to sleep, I feel suffering and pain and I try to block it, but sometimes it's so strong I can't. Everybody talks about these everyday monsters. What about what we do? I don't see these monsters that everybody talks about going and paralyzing a puppy. They don't have a body. Someone's letting them in, and somebody's letting them do things. So who's really the villain? Is it us, or is it the other side? Honestly, I think we create our own demons, and we blame them for everything. We make those choices. We make the choices to be good or bad, and let's say you do have a couple dark energies that you can tap into. You could use it for good. It doesn't always have to be done for indulgence. It could be just because you want to see better things or just be having more peace. There's nothing wrong with peace. I love peace. I do. That's why I like the Reaper so much. And when I died, I felt at peace with him because he's very peaceful. He just wants things to be peaceful. That's all he ever wants. And I get it. I dig it. The Reaper is not a bad person. That's why they have so many songs, Ride with the Reaper and stuff in the 70s. People die, they seen him, and they felt at peace because that's what he does for you. And he doesn't like when people don't die in peace. And they could have died in peace. He hates it. Yeah, pretty much. He could be your best friend or your worst enemy. I know that. I've had deep conversations. He comes to me sometimes subliminally and talks to me. I don't mind it. I don't mind it one bit. He speaks to me in messages subliminally, and I'm good with it because he's not a bad person. He's not a bad energy at all. I mean, there has to be death, there has to be life. That's it. You're not going to tap into, once you're already been born, you're not going to tap into the light god as much as you will the Reaper, the death god, or just the death energy. Because every day you're one day closer to death. And it's that person's, that entity's job to get you ready to be reborn. So you deal with with death more than you deal with life. If you think about it as humans. So I respect all life because it's not my place. It's not my place to decide who lives or dies because that's death's place. That's it. And he deserves that bag of bones, as people portray him at, deserves all that damn respect because sometimes we can act like little assholes. That's all I know. And he, overlooks some things he doesn't. And I'll tell you, that dark energy that we call the Reaper, he does not like animal abuse and he does not like human abuse. So that's all I could say on that. That's why I'm up here, because I'm trying to help things. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and get me something to eat, and I will be back. Because my computer's acting crazy. It's saying it needs more space to install stuff. So, I'm gonna end this, and I'm probably gonna come back later because I don't work tomorrow. I'm gonna try to take another hour break and get me something to drink and all that. And I promise I'll be back because I got my computer flicking and I can't even see your guys' questions. So, but I promise I'll be back. I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll be sketching something else besides Mr. Pooh. So I'm gonna put this over here and thank you. And if you subscribe to me, thank you. And I appreciate you. Small content creators appreciate everything. And even if I was a big person, I still would appreciate it. So, you guys have a lovely evening if you can't come back on an hour or two. And I'll be back on tomorrow because I have another day off. So, and you guys been great. Oh, you're in France, Makai? I did see that because this is low disk space. Well, shout out to France. Man, I must be doing good. I got all kinds of different countries now. I haven't got China, though. I don't know what's going on with China. I used to have, they were my biggest fan base. I don't know anymore. Maybe it got banned in China. I don't know. Well, hopefully I see you. Okay. Well, good night, Micaiah. And I will see you tomorrow, maybe. So, what time is it now? It's 6, so you go to sleep around 6. I'll probably be on around from 4. I'm probably going to do a 4 o'clock p.m. stream tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow if you're awake. And you guys all have a great stream. You guys have a great day. And if you subscribe to me, thank you. And I appreciate you so much. Oh, you too. Thank you, Micaiah.